Greetings. This is day 10 after they put the stem cells back in, stem cell transplant part 2, and everything was going smooth. Still is, because it's all part of the same process. But over the weekend, yes, things just turned. Temperatures started to spike, camping at 38, 39. You check your temperature and a lot of other things all the time during this process, and once they picked it up, they got to work, man, and they did everything, and they threw all these amazing things at it, and it came down. So Saturday was just touch and go. I was pop. Didn't want to do anything, didn't want to do anything. It was just like flat. And then Sunday things improved, and Monday we're feeling much better. It's like that moment you're on a plane and you climb through turbulence, and in the plane you're like, and then the pilot just tells you fasten the seatbelts, and they go through the clouds, and then you come through it. Now, after that experience, it made me realize why we fought so hard on doing this in hospital. The reason is that in hospital you've got professionals and you've got equipment that can deal with these situations. And this is where I want to give mention to the issue of caregivers who take care of people at home. Look, I understand if you don't have the option and you have to be treated at home for whatever reason. I get it. Talking about the situations where people opt to leave the professionals and go home. The thing about caregivers is that no one ever gives them the true thanks that they deserve. Secondly, they're thrust into situations that many of them are not really prepared for. I mean, I can just imagine if what happened while I was at home. People at home would have just had panados and would have just heightened so much stress in the home. And the whole thing about caregivers is that they get tethered to that situation. It's not like they can just wake up in the middle of the morning and decide they're going to go live their lives. And a lot of the focus in those situations is always on the patient. And the attitude toward caregivers tends to be, yeah, man, thanks, but you know, it's your mom, it's your dad, it's your husband, it's your friend, etc., etc. It's thankless. I remember when my gran was ill, a lot of people were in that house, but as for as many as we were, it was just a very stressful period. So do consider that. And it's not like at the end of that process, anybody takes the time out to give the caregivers, you know, counseling or anything like that. You think about what they put through, you know, it's physical, it's the physical, you know, stress of actually having to take care of somebody, the emotional, having to see somebody that you once knew in a certain way be ill, and constantly being on edge. It's not easy. And in the end, you kind of get a thank you, you know, and no one ever sits you down to just help you deal with all the trauma that you might have experienced. So let's bear that in mind when we are sick, those of us that do fall ill, and we just confidently say, no, it's fine, you know, I'll just go home, and at home they'll take care of me. Consider all those things. Okay, and of course what I'm saying is just what I'm saying. It's not the pros and cons. I don't know everybody's individual situation, but it's something to consider. Peace.